Hey, what's up, everyone? You're here with Goran from Pickdawgz, and you're here for your free picks from the EPL on Sunday, March 12th. Four games, guys, on the schedule in the EPL, and all four of those games should be very exciting because we have some very good matchups like Fulham and Arsenal, Manchester United and Southampton, West Ham and Aston Villa are facing off, and then again to close out the day, we have Newcastle hosting Wolverhampton in that final matchup of the day. There is a lot to play for in all of those games, and definitely should bring some more exciting into this matchups. And let's hope for a great day, guys. So let's get it going with this Fulham versus Arsenal matchup we have going on at 10 a.m. Eastern. Uh, there's no need to say a lot about Arsenal. We know the way they have been playing this season. We know what they have been doing. We know that the amount of chances they create, the amount of goals they score is pretty high, and they're still defending very well with only 25 conceded goals in 26 games. As far as Fulham goes, guys, like I said in the video from last week when Fulham was playing as well, uh, they have been very, very consistent this season, and they always seem to find a way to score a goal against whoever they play. And I think this is going to be the case here as well. Arsenal is coming off of a 2-2 draw against Sporting in the Europa League. They have conceded two goals against Bournemouth last week in the EPL, and we can see that their defense is a bit shaky. And I think that this Fulham team will know how to take advantage of that. Maybe not to get a win, but definitely to get to the scoreboard. So I'm going with both teams to score in this one. It's minus 110. I don't think that you should be afraid to even push that to over 2.5 goals as well, because if both teams to score hits, the over 2.5 is going to hit as well. But I'm personally going to stick to this minus 110 on both teams to score. Manchester United is looking to bounce back after that horrible, horrible loss in the EPL against Liverpool they suffered last week. In a way, they did bounce back in the Europa League by beating Betis. It was 4-1 at home. They actually got on the scoreboard very early, but Betis tied the score. And Manchester United went on a goal scoring spree after that. They scored three goals. They got a 4-1 win, and that definitely should be enough for the second leg and for Manchester United to qualify to the next stage. In the EPL, United is now in third place with 49 points, which is 9 points away from City and very, very big 14 points away from Arsenal. So they have no way of catching up to them, but they still have a lot to play for because the competition for those two Champions League spots is very, very strong this season in the EPL. And they have to stay consistent as they have been over the last couple of months or so. Southampton hasn't won any of their last six games against Manchester United when playing on the road, and overall there has been some movement for this team, some forward movement that is, and they did get a win in the last game against Leicester. It was 1-0, but Manchester United is far more effective team than Leicester is, and it's not going to be an easy mission for Southampton to get a positive result out of this one. They will have to step up defensively, which I don't think they can, especially against this outstanding Manchester United's offense. So I know that Southampton has a lot to play for. They are at the bottom of the table, but I think that they will have to look for points elsewhere because I'm going with Manchester United to win and over 2.5 goals in this one at minus 114. West Ham and Aston Villa are facing off, guys, and this one should be fairly even matchup because we have two teams of a similar quality, two teams of a similar stature, or however you want to call it. But overall, this season, Aston Villa has been the better team. They have been more consistent, and that's why they are so far away from the relegation zone in that 11th place. As far as West Ham goes, they're now in 17th spot, which actually is in the relegation zone, and they need to do whatever they can to get out of it. And the amount of goals they have been scoring this season is extremely low. They have been scoring only 23 goals in 25 games. That's less than a goal on average per game. And even though their defense is the best of all the bottom teams in the EPL, you cannot stay in the league simply by defending. At some point, you are going to go against the team that is capable of scoring a lot of goals and the team that's capable of creating a lot of chances. And under that amount of pressure, your defense crumbles, and that's what's been happening with West Ham this season. Now, they are coming off of a nice win in the Conference League. They won 2-0 against Ajax Larnaca, which is from the team from Cyprus, if I'm not mistaken. But the EPL should be their priority. They should have their EPL at the top of the list. They should fight to stay in the EPL, and they have been doing it somewhat, but not enough. And they have to step up their game sooner rather than later, because there's not a lot of time left. And with the way they have been playing this season, they're gonna have a very tough time staying in the league. So this is definitely one of those games that either side could expect points, but simply because Aston Villa has a few injured players right now, that will kind of reduce their depth. Maybe give a bit of a confidence to West Ham. I think that West Ham deserves to be the favorites they are, but I don't think they can keep a clean sheet. So I'm going to go with both teams to score, minus 110 once again. Like I said, if I had to choose a side, it would be West Ham, but then again, they will have to outscore Aston Villa because they will not be able to defend against them. And we are closing off the day in the EPL between this Newcastle and Wolverhampton teams. This one should be very interesting as well, because these two teams have been very inconsistent as of late, especially Newcastle, who, I don't know, they just lost their mojo over the last month or so. They haven't won any of their last 5 games. They're actually on a 3-game losing streak right now, and they haven't scored a single goal in those 3 games. Now, they did have some tough opponents during that streak. They were playing against Liverpool, then Manchester United, then Manchester City. And those are not easy to beat. But then again, Newcastle has been one of the most consistent teams in the EPL this season. They're still fighting for that Champions League spot. I think that the Europa League this season might be more of their range. Simply because they are a fairly fresh team with a bunch of new players. They're still building that chemistry. They're still building that momentum. And once they do, they will be a pretty hard team to beat, I would say probably next season. While on the other side, Wolverhampton is actually coming off of a nice win against Tottenham, 1-0. They were a bit inconsistent over the last couple of weeks or so, but they have a few positive results. They climbed the table far away from the relegation zone. They have been scoring more goals, creating a lot more chances. Their defense is still a bit shaky, but then again, they have enough offense right now to compensate for that, and that has given them a little bit of a breathing room. Both teams have a few missing players due to injuries or suspensions, and I think this is going to be a fairly even matchup once again, because Newcastle will try to step up defensively to keep the clean sheet, and then again, they have to step up in that attacking and get on the scoreboard. While Wolverhampton on the other side, they will be playing their game a little bit back, I would say, focusing more on defense, especially in the first half. But we know that they are capable of creating chances and scoring goals. So I'm going to go with Newcastle team total in this one, minus 1.5. Newcastle team total over 1.5 at minus 117. I know that they haven't scored in their last 3 games, but it's time for them to step up and join that Champions League race once again. And I think that Wolverhampton is the perfect opponent for them to do that. Now, does Newcastle get a positive result or not? I don't know. But I definitely think that at home they will finally score a goal. And I think it's going to be at least 2 goals in this matchup. So Newcastle team total over 1.5. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me here for your free EPL picks from Sunday. Check out the rest of the free picks on the Pickdawgz YouTube channel. And for my best bets, click the link in the description of this video, and that will get you up to my page on the Pickdawgz website, where you can subscribe to one of those passes I have. That's it. Enjoy your day. Good luck with your bets, and I'll see you soon with more free picks.